Now, moving on to the transition of democracy in Pakistan, and in your brilliant book, The Fractious Path, Pakistan's Democratic Transition, you eloquently talk about the oscillation between the military governments and the weak civilian governments in Pakistan. What are the key factors, in your opinion, that did not allow that democratic project to strengthen in Pakistan?
I think the problem with democratic project in Pakistan is both historical and I would say the issue of class and class oriented, in the sense historical, because Pakistan sadly did not inherit strong political institutions. It did not inherit strong political parties. The only major political party was the All India Muslim League, its faction which created Pakistan, and which was an elite club of all the Muslim elites from UP, CP, Punjab, etc. And from the Punjab, they were all turncoats last minute, because it was being ruled by the Congress and the Unionist alliance. Yeah. So today, when we talk about the forward bloc meeting Imran Khan, or Mr. Vattu defecting, or the electables going this way or that way, it's rooted in history. And part of this history is what has been the biggest hurdle for the democratic project, And the second, so that thesis of overdeveloped state by Hamza Alawi, in which basically the civil and the military bureaucracy was so powerful, so strong, that the political and the civic institutions were far weaker. We did not even have big urban centers. Karachi was hardly, the way it is today, like this big booming. I mean, in fact, with the population coming in from India, it turned into a big city. So we lacked that. And I think over time, the more developed and the powerful post-colonial structures retained power. They never allowed it to be transferred to people's representatives. And sadly, even today, they are now desperately clawing and clutching and holding on to that power. While people, the society, are trying to snatch bits and morsels of it, but they are very reluctant to give it away. Yeah. So the first decade you saw prime ministers with an average tenure of 1.5 years, or 1 year and 4 months to be precise. Imagine the prime minister being there for 1 year. I mean, a clerk at NDF would need a year to settle in and know the place and the whereabouts and the directions and how to organize events, let alone a prime minister of the country. And then we saw how the civil bureaucracy, how the judiciary, how the military, all trained in the colonial pattern. And remember, the colonial, there's again, when we say in Pakistan the politicians are corrupt, they are inept, they are unfit to rule, this is rooted in the 19th century thought process.